2022 is ending, and while it's tempting to spend all day fretting over the relentless march of time and the ephemeral nature of all things, wouldn't you rather take a look at all the amazing games we've got to look forward to next year?
Dig out your finest straw hat and head for the open water with One Piece Odyssey, an action RPG inspired by the hit anime series that will see our beloved band of pirates raiding dungeons, finding treasure, and getting up to all sorts of nautical hijinks.
And the anime fun continues with both Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden heading to Xbox and PC Game Pass. So you should still have just enough time to finish playing Persona 5 Royal before they arrive.
Dead Space returns, deadlier and spacier than ever before in this complete remake. It will be harnessing the full might of the Xbox Series X and S to give you nightmares in crystal clear resolution. We've got a sneak preview right here too, if that kind of thing takes your fancy.
The definitive edition of one of the most acclaimed strategy games of all time is coming to Xbox consoles and straight to Xbox Game Pass. Age of Empires 2 will feature a fully revamped UI to ensure that those commanding their forces with a gamepad will have just as much authority as their mouse and keyboard rivals.
The owl has arrived, your letter is here, and it's time to start your wizarding education in Hogwarts Legacy. In this magical action RPG, you'll get to create your very own student, find out which house they belong to, and then spend the school year taking classes, making friends, and learning about the surprising number of deadly creatures and evildoers this educational establishment seems to be harbouring.
Wanted Dead is a cyberpunk slasher shooter from the makers of Ninja Gaiden, a combination of words that really make us wish we were playing it right now.
Developed by the team behind Dynasty Warriors, Wild Hearts puts players on the trail of fantastical beasts imbued with the power of nature. Whether you're playing alone or in co-op, you're going to need to keep your blade sharp and your wits about you.
If the Terminator was set in an alternate version of 1955, it might look a little like the action RPG Atomic Heart, which will be clanking straight onto Xbox Game Pass.
Far and away the best hyper-violent, high-fantasy American football simulation on the market, the Blood Bowl will return for its third grisly installment.
Wo Long Fallen Dynasty is a Souls-like set in ancient China, which looks absolutely certain to tear us all to pieces when it comes to Xbox Game Pass. And yeah, I'm still looking forward to it.
One of the greatest horror games of all time rises up out of the grave with a few nasty new tricks and some state-of-the-art graphics to provide the definitive Resident Evil 4 experience. The Force looks seriously strong with this one. Carry on Cal Kestis' journey and kick some more Sith posterior in Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Some dastardly vampires have had the gall to take over your town, and so you, armed with guns and special abilities, have to take the power back with your friends. We couldn't be more excited for this one. We're dead excited, one might say. They say no guts, no glory, and if there's one thing that Dead Island 2 definitely isn't lacking, it's guts. Great steaming piles of them tumbling all over the place as you wade through the undead horde that have taken over the streets of Los Angeles. So, watch your step.
Become a true Minecraft legend with this action strategy spin on the beloved Blocky series, coming day one to Xbox and PC Game Pass.
While we all love speeding along the rocky roads of Forza Horizon, sometimes you just want a stretch of clean asphalt to test your mettle on. Fortunately, Forza Motorsport will be zooming straight onto Xbox Game Pass. With real-time ray tracing and some of the most spectacular detail you've ever seen, this is the most technically advanced racing game ever made. We can't wait to hop behind the wheel.
Also coming straight to Xbox Game Pass, we've got the cosmological, agricultural, weird and wonderful space-based farming sim that is Lightyear Frontier.
Investigate the paranormal activities going on inside a vast mansion in the gorgeously gothic 2D adventures The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Planet of Lana is a hand-painted epic which sees a young girl and her animal companion travelling through a stunning world filled with enormous creatures and strange machines. It will be available day one on Xbox as a console exclusive, as well as PC Game Pass.
What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad? Well, yes actually. Or at least we will be when our plan to kill the Justice League kicks into gear next year. Prepare for more demon slaughtering, dungeon raiding fun when Diablo IV comes hacking and slashing its way into 2023.
Lifeless Moon sees a pair of astronauts taking a much bigger, much stranger step than they had first anticipated. Perhaps the moon is in fact haunted.
Next, we've got the Gods vs. Guns action RPG Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. Xbox and PC Game Pass members will be able to take up arms right on release day.
2023 will also see us fighting through even more layers of fears as the first-person horror series returns with another psychedelic scarefest to terrorize your mind.
Simulating flights is all well and good, but we all know that the airport is where the real action is. So fortunately, AirportSim is scheduled for arrival.
We don't know exactly when Hollow Knight SIlksong will be bringing its gorgeous brand of side-scrolling action, but we do know that it will be coming next year and that it will be heading straight to Xbox Game Pass.
Bringing a whole new universe crafted by RPG specialist Bethesda, Starfield is easily one of 2023's biggest games. Giving you the freedom to write your sci-fi story across a galaxy that's bursting with action and adventure, it'll be coming straight to Xbox and PC Game Pass.
Hadoukens and hurricane kicks never seem to go out of style, and we're in for another round of street fighting action when the 6th game in this legendary arcade series arrives. Head to the very heart of Chernobyl's exclusion zone in pursuit of treasure, truth, and glory. But be careful, that's not all you'll find there. The eerie first-person adventure Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl will be coming to Xbox Game Pass on day 1.
Now we move on to some games we don't have exact dates for, we just know that they're coming next year, and this is quite something to kick off with. In what might just be described as the greatest crossover event in gaming history, Game Pass and Riot Games are teaming up so that subscribers will have access to all of the champions in League of Legends and Wild Rift, and all of the agents unlocked in Valorant. Plus, they'll get access to a bunch of content for League of Legends Runeterra and Teamfight Tactics. Arcane will be adding another incredible, exclusive, open-world FPS to Xbox Game Pass with the day 1 release of the spectacular-looking Redfall.
The fairy tale action RPG Ravenlok will also be coming day 1 to Game Pass, though this one has some real Coraline vibes, so I don't know whether it will end with a happily ever after.
In The Lies of P, Pinocchio becomes not just a real boy, but a real steampunk boy with all kinds of mechanical tricks up his puppety sleeves. Xbox Game Pass players will be able to download this one on day 1 too, no strings attached.
Having already warmed up their appetites with Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, Game Pass members will get to sink their teeth into the main course when 100 Heroes brings its sprawling, side-scrolling action their way next year.
When you're going up against a creature whose structural perfection is matched only by its hostility, you're gonna have to have your tactics down right. And when you're going up against a whole horde of them, well, good luck to aliens, Dark Descent players, that's all I'm saying.
In Cocoon, you'll be carrying whole worlds on your back like poor old Atlas, but you'll also have to use them to solve all kinds of mind-bending puzzles, so don't just stand there and shrug, get on with it.
Demonschool is a tactics RPG where you'll be battling what the game describes as big weirdos in between the human and demon worlds, while also juggling the daily challenges of university life.
Play as an AI stuck inside a human body in the retro-futuristic action platformer Replaced. As someone who's been stuck inside a human body for some time now, I can definitely relate. Struggle to survive in an increasingly automated world in the handcrafted first-person narrative game The Last Worker. I knew those self-checkouts were up to no good.
Try to survive in land filled with terrifying prehistoric creatures and rogue Vin Diesels in Ark 2, which will be stampeding straight onto Xbox Game Pass.
We've done the math, and we reckon getting excited for the science-driven space adventure The Invincible would be a highly rational course of action, and also a lot of fun. Ereban Shadow Legacy will be sneaking onto Game Pass for some stealth platforming, ninja-centric fun.
What do you get if you mash together 2D and 3D platforming, then cover the whole thing with adorable cartoon visuals? You get the Plucky Squire, which will be charming Xbox Series X and S players across the land next year.
Last up, we've got something really valuable, precious even. Lord of the Rings Gollum will be crawling onto Xbox to let you live out all your fish-munching, hobbit-strangling fantasies. We all have those, right?
With all this to look forward to and who knows what else, 2023 is shaping up to be a pretty incredible year for Xbox gamers everywhere. Hit the comments to let us know which titles you're most looking forward to next year, and to hear all the latest about these wonderful games, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell before you go. Bye!